nice your bash?
Yeah, long time now.
In the show, there's lots and lots of stunts and athletic bits. Do you have to do much of it?
Well, I always do as much as I can. I mean, they do encourage you to do as much as you can because it looks better. And
So what's your limit?
well, my limit is, I reckon it's not worth actually damaging yourself for a television program. So, she says. And also, I reckon, they need me, so they won't endanger my life. I'm like putting us in a car crash in the very first episode. I thought, I felt confident. I thought it's the beginning of the series. I know they need me. But, I enjoy it because, you do a lot of, like the stuff in the SI-10 office, and it gets a bit verbose and plot, and then suddenly you have a day where all you do is run around and leap off things, and, it makes a change now and then. I quite enjoy it, really.
Do you find that your character gets as much to do as the man in it?
No, I would say, especially to begin with, I didn't have as much action as Dempsey. Because physically, being a man, I know it's not completely realistic or anything.
Leap around
but he was capable of, sort of taking two men on at a time, whereas I reckon I can really only take on one at a time.
It's very different because you're the first gorgeous cop, really, that there's been, aren't you? Because, there's Juliet Barber who always says, now, love, please tell us the truth. And really gets on your with them. And then there's policewoman who always looked like it was all a bit much for her. You remember?
No.
Andrew Dickens.
Oh, yes, I know.
She always looked a bit knackered.
She was gorgeous.
She was not. She was gorgeous, but she was a bit knackered. And then there's Cadney and Lacey who always have the period and are always in the lavatory talking about it.
Yes.
Do you think that you're actually breaking new ground, or which do you think's the nearest to a proper policewoman?
Well, no, I suppose if I'm totally honest, I don't think I'm probably a perfect example of a policewoman. Although I have, believe it or not, I have... No, full realism. But if I had the uniform on, I'm sure you'd be convinced.
Do you work, there's no bits where you have to be a uniform?
No, because we're secret undercover agents, and therefore our costumes are pretty varied, I think the press get a bit confused because we do quite a lot of undercover things, where I have to tart up and be barmaids and things, and I think people tend to think that this is part of the character and that I normally dress like that, and I don't.
Do you think that the script writers might find it tempting to just keep getting your gear off?
No, in fact it happened twice. There was one very briefly in the film, and the purpose of that was just to basically get the transition from my first appearance, which was undercover as the barmaid, and just to show the transformation from that to Harry as he is. And that really was the purpose of that, and, it was very brief. And there was one other episode, which it was just part of the scene where I had to, but in fact, I deliberately got underwear that was quite concealing, because I feel that Harry shouldn't be seen in her bra and pants, because I think there should be an aloofness there, and I don't think there should be too many people mauling and kissing her. I think she should be a bit untouched.
What will happen with your character and his character?
Well, I don't know.
Hot action.
I don't know. That's a good point. People keep asking us this, and I think it has to go somewhere, because I think it'll get very irritating if I just keep pointing at him and, slapping his face and things. So I think there has to be some development there.
How hard do you slap?
Oh, hard. Well, you have to then, too.
And finally, which were your favourites of the TV cops? Are there any that you actually enjoyed?
Well, I like Hill Street Blues. That's my favourite. And funnily enough, dare I admit this, I am not a great fan of cops.